I can't stand any wasted effort wondering about what would have happened in 2024. Frankly, it's as relevant to me as someone asking, geez, if Lyndon Johnson had done a bombing freeze a few weeks earlier, would Hubert Humphrey have won in 1968? They're both equally irrelevant to whether or not we... No, they are irrelevant to whether we win in 26 and beyond.
No, because if you model a candidate that was like Joe Biden...
That's a different question.
You know, so if he could have won, I mean, what we're basically saying is that a white working man who came from that state, working class vibes, if you get someone like that to run on the Democratic ticket, do you think you could have won rather than having...
To be clear, I don't think the person necessarily has to have my same skin color in order to do well in those areas.
But what if he's from Pennsylvania?
Case in point, Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012, I mean, did so much better than any Democrat since him in the kind of areas that I just talked about, Erie County, Northampton County, etc. You really can't, put something into a computer or into AI and spit out the perfect candidate.
It seems like the Democratic Party tries to do that, though. Like, that's their thing, because they're trying to tick all the boxes, and then they don't end up getting a candidate that necessarily connects. That's been, I mean, not since Obama, really, if you think about it. I mean, he was like electric. He transcended parties. I think it's because the Democratic Party was sort of the party of canceling, and I think there's a fear that if they say the wrong thing, they can
I don't think
be
it was a Democrat. I think there was a moment in our culture in 2017, 2018, where that was very popular. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I think it was much larger than just one political party. You might be on podcasts where you say the wrong thing, you put it inartfully. I'm asking or answering any question you have here. God knows I probably said something that, got someone angry. So be it. I mean, look who's in the White House right now.
But a lot of it was just using the wrong rhetoric, using the wrong words, using the wrong pronouns, it was like people were ready to go after you. And so now Democrats have to try to become more relatable again after, years of...
I've always appreciated, I think someone who has actually spoken well on this topic repeatedly was Barack Obama. He has referenced the fact that, we all have older relatives who might put something in a way that might not be entirely politically correct or the language that is used today. That doesn't mean they're necessarily bad people or they should be canceled. There are a lot of people who have a good heart and good intentions, but might put things, in a different way. I very much believe we should not be about canceling them or dismissing them. And I think that sort of instinct actually turns a lot of people off. I do think, and I continue to have confidence, that Joe Biden will be well remembered in the history books far more so than his numbers may suggest today.
He just wasn't so great at selling those accomplishments, which kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier.
The stagecraft
exactly.
is part of the